Hey Floss Tube, this is Veronica with Night Stitch, and I'm gonna share a definition video today. The definition for today is rotation. Rotation means the order in which you work on a set of projects. So there are a lot of different kinds of rotations, and I might not include all of them because I don't know what all of them are, just because everybody's so creative that they might have a completely different kind of rotation that I hadn't thought about. But these are the ones I have thought about. There are a couple different ways you can do a rotation. I'll start off with what I do. So I do kind of a random rotation. So I have crossed all these off because I've already worked on these, but this is my cross stitch planner that I use per week after I've pulled all of my projects. So I will write my projects down on a list here, and I have a decision wheel that I spin on my tablet that I'll enter all the whips into the wheel, and then I'll spin for what I work on that day. So that's random. So you can use a wheel, or you can use like random.org that has like random number generators. So you could assign numbers to your whips, and then whatever number the randomizer pulls, you work on that whip. So that's one of the kinds of rotations, is a random rotation. You could also roll dice, like if you assign numbers to your projects, you could do it that way too, if you have like a 6-sided dice or something, or a 20-sided dice if you have 20 projects for the week. Okay, so the next one is called screaming rotation, and it's kind of funny because I heard somebody a long time ago refer to it like that, but it's basically when you think about a project, you work on it. So some people don't like to have like set plans, like they don't want to write down what whips they want to work on because they may not know on that day if they actually even feel like working on it. So it's more like, I guess it's working on a whip by feeling. So if you like something and you keep thinking about it, then you work on it. But if you don't think about it, then you don't work on it. So that would be screaming rotation. I guess the person that came up with that was like, the project is like calling out to me. It's like screaming at me to work on it. So that's where that came from, which I found kind of funny. But then you have daily, weekly, or monthly rotation, which I would consider like just a time sort of rotation. So some people will say on Mondays I work on this project, on Tuesdays I work on this project, on Wednesdays I work on this project. That would be daily. Then you have weekly. So people will be like, Monday through Friday I work on this project, and then Saturday and Sunday I work on another project. And then monthly, of course, is like every month I work on this project. So you can definitely combine all of those, because some things are not gonna be only on the day. Some things will be like, if you have multiple projects, obviously, but like for me, my whip go is monthly rotation. My other projects are daily rotations. So there's that, because I don't feel like I like working on something more than 2 days in a row. And it's only if I don't feel like I've gotten a significant amount of stitches in the day before that I'll put in some more stitches on the second day. Otherwise, I just put the thing away and pull something else out. Okay, so the next kind of rotation is stitch count rotation. So you get to a certain amount of stitches and then you switch projects. So you can definitely combine some of these. So like for me, I've got Milestone Manor. So like once I get to a certain amount of stitches, I stop, but then it's also, it doesn't have a deadline. So that one probably is just a stitch count rotation, but Yeah, so you could combine it. So, like, if you say, I want to work on this project on Mondays, but I want to get to 200 stitches on Monday before I switch a project or something like that. So, you could definitely combine these kinds of rotations. Like, they're not exclusive just because they're a specific type. Because I think I have daily, weekly, monthly rotation, stitch count rotation, and random rotation all together. So the other one I came up with, which I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do this, and I've never done it before, is a designer rotation. So some people have a lot of projects from one designer, and then they only have like a few scattered projects from other designers. So something I thought of was you could say, I want to work on all of my Doreen Jones projects until I've rotated through them. And then once I've finished all, not finished, but like worked on all of them at least once, then I'll switch to another designer that I have and then do that until I've worked on all the designers that I have in my stash. Or active whip rotation, because I know I have some new starts that are from designers that I probably haven't worked on before. But that would be kind of a fun way to like spice up your stitching if you're looking for another like creative thing to do to kind of like make it more fun if you're having a hard time. So yeah, I think that's all for this video. This was a little bit longer just because I gave some examples, but basically rotation is just the order in which you work on a set of projects. So thanks everyone for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!